rocky island saw something the world is still trying to decipher. A number, a code, a choice that defines the destiny of every soul on earth. What did John really mean when he said, "Let the one who has understanding calculate the number of the beast"? Could it be a political system? A technological implant? Or a mathematical secret hidden in plain sight within the names of the cruelest emperors in history? Today, we go beyond fear. We will unravel the enigma of 666. Prepare to see revelation like never before.
Almost 2,000 years ago, a man, isolated, on an island forgotten by the world, received a vision. Not of his time, but of the end of all time. He saw kingdoms fall, nations rise, and a system capable of controlling every life on Earth. He wrote of a number, a code, a mark that would divide humanity, so that no one may buy or sell without it. Now imagine a world where a simple transaction determines whether you live or are excluded. No access, no identity, no choice. Is this the future, or has it already begun? For centuries, theologians, scholars, even governments have tried to decode this mystery. But John left a clue, a single instruction. He who has understanding, calculate. 666. It is not just a number. It is a signature, an identity, a system. But the question remains, what did John really see? An empire? A man? Or something far closer than we imagine? Today, we go beyond fear. We uncover the mystery of 666. Prepare yourself to see revelation like never before. Exiled, cast away from the land of men, silenced by empires, as if distance could erase his voice. But there are voices that do not belong to the earth, and those no empire can silence. On the island of Patmos, a place forgotten by maps, swept by relentless winds, where the sound of the sea never fades. There, among cold stones and endless days, a man remained. John. Not just a disciple, but a living witness of glory made flesh. The last of those who heard the voice of Christ with their own ears, who touched, who walked beside the Word made flesh. Now old. His eyes carried more than age. They carried memory. Memories of miracles, of crowds, of the cross, of the empty tomb, and of a heaven that had already opened once before. His days seemed to fade, like a flame at the end of the night. But heaven was not finished with him, because when men believe the story is over, God is only beginning another. And then, without warning, without announcement, the veil was torn. Not as imagination, not as a passing thought, but as reality invading time. The unseen became visible. The eternal touched the temporary. And John saw, not with natural eyes, but with vision that crosses dimensions. Before him, the sea began to move, not as water, but as a living abyss, deep, ancient, filled with hidden mysteries. The waves rose, as if responding to an unseen force, as if something was about to emerge. And then, from the depths, it rose. The beast. Not merely a creature, but a living symbol of something greater. Organized, structured, intentional. A power, a system, an authority that does not grow from the earth, but conquers it. Its eyes were not just eyes, they were dominion. Its presence was not just presence, it was control. And before it, the whole world responded, not with resistance, but with surrender. They followed without awareness, without question, without resistance, as if under a silent influence, as if truth had been replaced without anyone noticing. And then, like a seal upon the vision, something was revealed. Not a simple phrase, not a direct explanation, but a code, a key, a number. 666. Engraved, not only as a symbol, but as a warning. John did not write this by chance. Nothing there was accidental. Every detail carried intention. This was not just a vision, it was a message. Not just symbolism, it was instruction. A mystery placed before all, but understood only by those who truly see. And then he leaves something even greater, a direction. Simple, yet profound. He who has understanding, calculate the number of the beast. Calculate. Do not guess. Do not imagine. Calculate. That changes everything. Because John is not speaking of superstition. He is speaking of language, of code, of something that can be deciphered by those who know the path. In the ancient world, numbers and letters were not separate as they are today. They were one. In Hebrew, in Greek, every letter carried a value. Every word could become a number, and every number could reveal a name. This system was known, used, respected. It was called Gematria, a hidden language, not meant for everyone, but for those with understanding. And so John declares, the number is that of a man, not a distant entity, not an abstract idea, but a man, someone real, an identity. And then, through the centuries, many tried to decode it. Kings were named, empires accused, leaders marked. But among all interpretations, one rises with force, one that fits the time, the context, the history. Nero Caesar, a name that carried fear, an emperor known not only for ruling, but for crushing, a persecutor of the followers of Christ, responsible for pain, for blood, for death. But John could not write this directly. To do so would be to seal his own fate and endanger all who read it. So he did what the wise do when truth must survive. He hid it in plain sight. When the name Nero Caesar is written in Hebrew and each letter is converted, the result is precise, exact. 666. Not coincidence, not later invention, context, historical precision, a revealed code. For the Christians of that time, this was not a distant mystery. It was an immediate warning, a silent alert about the system that ruled them, about a power that demanded worship, about an empire that dared to take the place of God. But there is something deeper, something that moves through generations. If John was speaking of something present, why hide it in code? Why turn it into a riddle if it could be said plainly? Perhaps because it would not end there. Perhaps because it was not only a man, but a pattern, a model, a structure that repeats itself through history, a system that rises again and again with the same essence, demanding absolute loyalty, claiming total authority, and leaving a mark not only on the skin, but on the soul of all who choose to submit. So the number is not just a name from the past, it is a pattern, an invisible signature that crosses time and reappears Whenever history leans in the same direction, a model that returns with new faces, new empires, new languages, but the same essence, and in the right moment, it rises again. Rome, the beating heart of the ancient world, a center of power, of wealth, of unquestioned dominion. Roads led to it, nations bowed before it. Its influence reached to the ends of the known world. Above it all, one man, Nero, not merely a ruler,